up, even if they're talking to the FBI director and say, look, that may not be a good path or a good decision. Perhaps we should consider something different. The FBI was highly agitated when decisions like this came along, and everybody had a voice. And fortunately, we worked at a time when people listened to each other. That's not happening now. And I've never said this publicly, but I'll just tell you right now, because it just sickens me to watch and listen to MERRICK Garland. Because MERRICK Garland was in charge of the prosecution at DOJ of the Unabomber. And I have to tell you something. He would not recommend to the AG that our search warrant to get into Theodore Kaczynski's cabin be approved. He and his group of attorneys had us working till 2 or 3 in the morning of April 3rd. And finally, the AG, Janet Reno, along with Louis Freeh, they stepped in. They approved the search warrant anyway. Now, that was a case where we had bombs on airplanes. We had threats to blow up airplanes in midair. We had people killed with bombs for 18 years. He wouldn't do anything. He would not recommend to the AG that we get into that cabin on April 3rd. He didn't see the urgency then, and he didn't seem to care about agents being up all night trying to get ready for that. But on this is how he handles this. We have what was the last count? 75, perhaps. I'm sure that's real lowball of potential people who are terrorists. They were on the terror watch list. They're in America today somewhere. The FBI has no idea where they are. Christopher Wray could not tell us last week where the Hunter Biden laptop is, or if the FBI still has it. But we might have, and I say this very passionately because I also worked counterintelligence for years in the FBI. We may very well have our own highest level of government penetrated by Chinese agents. And the evidence is certainly on the surface, and the patterns are there. I've worked this stuff. I know what it looks like, and many agents feel this way. And yet, we're going to go after record retention violations, which are misdemeanors. It really makes you ill, and it's really made many of us feel very passionate and very sick about what's going on with the Bureau.
So, Terry, you signed off on a warrant to raid the Unabomber, but signed off on a warrant to raid Trump. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I was there. I was leading the Unabomb task force. We fought all night on April 2nd with the group of attorneys that were included in making recommendations based on what they were reading of all the hundreds of pages we were sending them. And they would not recommend to Janet Reno that she should sign off on this search warrant. She did that on her own. MERRICK Garland, I don't know exactly what he was voicing, but he has all